We are live.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Just gonna give it a couple of more minutes so more people can join before I start to introduce our beautiful Ruth to all of you. I see we have over 170 people right now already joining, guys. Tell us where you're all from. I would like to see where we are all located right now. Colombia.
Oh,
Peru. Oh, Argentina, India, Egypt, another one from soon, India, Brazil. Oh my God, so many. Nigeria, Russia. Oh, I love it. São Paulo, Brazil, Bangladesh, India, Brazil, Venezuela. Ruth.
yeah.
Pakistan. Oh, Mexico. Oh, guys, I love it. I love that we are from all over the globe. Almost 200. Are we getting 200? 202, and I wanted to say then we can start. Turkey, wow. Love it. So many different countries. That's amazing. Welcome, everyone. We have 11:03. I think we can start. Everyone who joins later, I think is totally fine. Well, everyone, welcome. It's great to see so many of you attending our event. I'm Stephanie. I'm managing the events in VanHack, and this is also how Ruth and myself met. She was part of one of our in-person events last year in Toronto, actually, and got hired there. Unfortunately, as everyone knows, in-person events are currently with the climate not doable, but hopefully at one point again. So yeah, I want to actually hand over to Ruth. So she's a senior software engineer who got hired last year in Toronto at an event. She joined an amazing company in Saskatoon, but I would like to give her the honors to introduce herself.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Ruth Munoz. I am from Venezuela, and I also live 2 years in Argentina. So hey there. Yes, I am working in Canada with Vendasa, an amazing company in Saskatoon. And 1 year ago, I have many interviews thanks to VanHack in Toronto. That was like the door that opened the opportunity for me to work here in Canada. So yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you. Maybe go a little bit deeper and share a little bit what are your main skills, what is your experience. You shared you lived 2 years before in Argentina as well. So yeah, if you want to describe a little bit, what are your skills?
Okay, yeah, I am an electronic engineer. Like in my last year of my career, I decided that I like to do websites and start to programming. So I chose to keep that track. I was in Venezuela. I studied in Venezuela, and I have my first job there. After, I have an opportunity in Argentina and I start working with software companies. I start to develop as a C# and backend software developer. I start to gain experience there. Also, I start to become a full stack developer and keep growing in the technologies. Right now, I am doing C#, JavaScript, Angular, React, In Argentina, I also have the opportunity to work with companies in Poland, in USA. I've been working with many companies that helped me to improve my English. And yeah, right now I'm working like a full stack developer. I'm doing so, and also the Scrum Master in my team, and working with Golang, Python, and Angular in the front end. So I have 5 years already of experience.
Wow, so you're learning a lot or additional. Yes, that's amazing. I love always to hear that. How do you enjoying that?
I love it. It's like every day you can learn something. It's a challenge every day. So yeah, you never get bored.
But the team supports you through the whole process, right? So the learning curve is like you get the opportunity to learn something new, and they're helping you through that. Is that correct?
Yeah. Here, when I get to this company, I never have it work with Golang before, not near Python. I was like always working with Microsoft technologies. So I was like, that was my comfort zone. When I get here, they didn't use anything from Microsoft. So I had to learn many things from scratch, but all the people were really supportive. I have people that are really senior, so much more than me, people with 11 years of experience, and they are really open to show me everything they know. So yeah, I have all the team there for me.
That's amazing. I just want to take a second because this is something what is very typical in Canada. So the companies excited to bring you on board and excited to teach you new skills, but they will support you through the whole process. So it's not just, oh, you need to know something new. You're learning together. So thanks. And now, obviously, talking about Canada, what was your main driver to actually relocate to Canada or make Canada a place where you would consider where you can live?
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Since I was a child, I have the curiosity of moving to some country outside of Latin America because I wanted to have a different language. I have to know like a different culture. And Canada has that, and also has a good health system and a good educational system. So it's free if you live here. So you can, if you have your child here, you can have a good education, in free education. So Canada gives you that stability, and you can start to plan have a future plan. So yeah. And also Canada has big cities and amazing like natural places. That's amazing. So it has everything that I was looking for.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a very good description. Canada is very, very diverse. We are from all over the world here.
Yeah.
As probably everyone easily can hear, I'm not from Canada either. I'm originally from Europe, from Germany. So I 100% can agree with this. And it's huge and so much to see, so much nature. But well, before we talk a little bit more about Canada, I know every one of you is very curious about the process. How did it go for Ruth to go through the process, the interview process? So if you don't mind to share a little bit, obviously in her case, she attended an event where she got the job offer, but if you don't mind to walk everyone a little bit through your whole experience with VanHack, the process, to start with.
Okay, at the beginning, I find a post in LinkedIn saying that you were looking people who wants to get a job in Canada. So I wrote to the person and I say, oh, I am interested. So he told me, okay, you go and fill your profile and you do a code challenge. And after we can move from there, you can start to apply. I did that. I started to apply, and like in about 3 months, I get a call, and you were looking for women to get together in a leap event in Toronto, and that's like where I get the first kickoff with VanHack. Yeah. And like I say yes, I got an interview, and they say okay, yes, you have the what we are looking for, so we can move on. And after that interview, we start to get classes to get prepared for the leap event. We have classes of how to do interviews outside of to international interviews. We have classes of how was the questions, common questions in interviews. We also have we get to study the companies that were going to be in the event. So we study the companies, we have like mock interviews, we practice English, we get so many tips, how to dress, how to talk, how to, we prepare a speech before to get to the event. And after, in the leap event, it was amazing. We have so many support. We have the opportunity to meet with many companies. I have like almost 10 interviews, about 10 interviews. And yeah, it was a really good process. And after, I think, 2 days, I already have my job interview. I have 2 jobs jobs offers. So yeah, from there it was really straightforward. It was all this happened like in 2 months, so it was really fast.
It was very, very fast. I remember. Maybe so to break it a little bit in steps. So the preparation you just mentioned, you received. What was the biggest impact we would see, or what was the biggest learning during the preparation you can share with everyone here? Because obviously we offer this preparation and this classes because, as we all know, the process is different anywhere in the world. So obviously we all always can learn. So what was your biggest takeaway from this preparation?
For me, is that you have to be prepared for the interview. You have to know the company that is going to interview you. You have to know the people even that is going to do the interview. So you have to go, if you can, if you know who is going to interview you, you can go to the LinkedIn and see, oh, I'm going to be interviewed by a senior engineer that has these technical skills, and you have to know that. You have to know the job position that you are going to apply for, so you know what you are going to say when you are in the interview. So that's like, I think, the most important for me. You have to be prepared for all the questions, for the job position, to know the company, to know the values of the company. So yeah.
Yeah, I can emphasize on that. That is really, really important. Anytime if you go on an interview, the company expects you to know what they are about, and they are not happy if you don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a very common feedback. And so now moving into the interviews, right? 10 interviews you mentioned you had.
Yes.
About 10. So obviously I think everyone is very curious. How did the interview go? What were the questions asked? What was the structure? If you can share a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. They are going to ask why you want to move to Canada. What are your plans there? And after, they want to know if you like the company, what you know about the company. After, probably they are going to ask you about what is your experience, what is your skills, what is like your last job, what was the challenge that you have in your latest jobs, and how you face that challenge. And after, they're also going to maybe do some code test or something like design. Please, I want for you to design me a platform where I can, an example, show a banner in the front end and count how many clicks I get in that banner. So show me how you can do that. So maybe you will have a board and you can write the structure, the architecture that you can do to that problem, for example. And at the end, they are expecting you to ask questions about the company. So yeah, and you should use the questions to show what you know. Maybe you can ask, for example, I am a fan of Scrum methodology, so I always ask, and do you use a Scrum methodology? And if they say yes, I can start speaking about what I know. And if they say no, I can suggest why they should use. So you can use the questions that you ask to show what you know. So yeah.
Yeah, this is very important. The question you ask, don't Google them. They need to be aligned with you.
Yes.
So this is very, very important. So thank you. And it's a very good example because you make it personal. It's something you are passionate about and you wanna know from the company. And so I know everyone is curious about the technical testing.
Yeah, well, that was.
Yes. So how did that go? How was, and just so everyone, not every company is following the same rules, but I still want to hear what was your experience, and you had several experience.
Yeah, most challenge for me was like they sent you a problem, like the one that I already said, for example, create an application to count how many clicks I have on a banner. And you have to do the code in some cases it was in 1 hour, some cases you have like 1 day to do the test. And yeah, after they review the test, and they can ask you questions about your solution. Why you did this way? Why you do that? Why you take this decision instead of this one? So you have to be prepared to respond that kind of questions. In my case, the code challenge, I decide what was the language that I want to use to solve this. And yeah, I never had like one code challenge live on site. All my were like, okay, you can do this and send me the response. I never wasn't like somebody watching me doing that. So that's a good for me, at least. I get nervous.
However, I need to add here, there are companies also right now, if everything is virtual with COVID, they like to do a live code challenge.
Okay.
So I know in your case, you hadn't. And again, every company is different. Just so for everyone know, there are companies who like to do a live challenge, like a live whiteboarding, and this is it's totally doable also virtually. So what in general every challenge is about, if you do it and submit it, they want to see not necessarily the solution is not the key, it's how you get there. You are nodding, so maybe you want to share a little bit more about this because this is very, very crucial.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me in the process with the leap, but I have interviews before, and yeah, it's like they want to know how you can solve the problem, and also wants to know how it's to work with you. It's not just how like the answer of the solution of the problem. Is how to face the problem, how to start to write the code, and like it should be really clean, really simple, ask questions, and they want to know how it's work. Is the work with you, if you are easy to work with, or just if you just get stuck and never ask questions. So yeah, it's like if you are in the job already, something like that.
Exactly. So this is very important. They want to see how you work in a team, because most of the company is teamwork, and they want to get an idea, how do you, if you would be part of the team, how do you work together? So specifically talking about teamwork, I think that is something what you 100% confirm can confirm, Ruth. If you describe your current team, it's very, very close, right? Everyone works together very closely. It's not like everyone is managing their own thing.
No, in my team, we also we have like everybody has their task, but we also need to have like pair programming. Like if I am in a big task, so I must have somebody that is working with me and do pair programming at least 4 days in a day or 2 days a week. But I have to do pair programming with my team. So yeah, the work thing is important, and most like now with the COVID, the work thing became stronger because you need to be connected with the team. So everything is still working even with the distance.
Yeah, that makes sense. So communication is key right now, since it's in general everywhere in the world, right? Otherwise, how can we align with each other? Yeah. So great. So congratulations. Work in Canada is a dream. Yeah. I think Ruth is very, very happy to be here. So now, so your process, to summarize for everyone, it was very straightforward. So since Ruth was able to attend an in-person event last year, I just saw the question. Obviously, it was last year. We don't host any in-person events right now with the current climate. So unfortunately, I also don't know when we can host in-person events in the near future. But her process was very straightforward. But what is very important really to really take advantage of the preparation. Preparation is key. It really helps you, and we are offering preparation not to buck you or steal your time. We really offer because we know it helps. There are so many little pitfalls you can step into, just not knowing, right? We are all from different cultures, and it's a different process. So I really want to emphasize this. And then she had lucky. She got really about 10 great interviews. You shared already your experience in the interviews, but something, if you think about the people who interviewed you, usually that's what I like to say. Everyone is in the interview. They want you to succeed. It's not to make you fail. If you can share a little bit more about your feeling, how you felt when you were in the interview, your emotions you went through.
Yeah, I felt like everybody really, really wants me to get the job, because it's like as much as we need to get the job, they need to get a person who can be in the job. They need the person. They need the person who knows the technology and can. They need to keep growing their products, their company. So they need people with great skills to have. So they are looking for you to success in the interview. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's just, I want to highlight it because it always helps you, maybe if you go in an interview, to know the person in the interview, they want you to succeed. They want to work together with you. Obviously, preparation needs to be done by you. No one can help you with that. But if you're prepared, you don't need to fear or to worry. People are kind. They want to make you feel welcome in the interview. So, of course, everyone is a little bit nervous. We all are. Yeah. But they are there to walk you through the process. Well, obviously now, since you're in Canada, or let's say before you came to Canada, obviously things are a little bit different right now. If we're looking into visas due to the current situation, but how was your experience with immigration and relocation?
Okay, yeah. Before I even start all the event with VanHack, I already was preparing my documentation because I knew that I want to get a job outside of my country or Argentina in that moment. So I already have like all my documentation. But when I get the help with the job offer, I get a lawyer from VanHack that helped me to prepare all the documentation and be sure that I have all that I needed. And I have so many mistakes, and he let me know, okay, we need to fix this. He helped me to fill the forms. He helped me to submit the forms. So I have already a preparation, and together with the lawyer, I came with all the documentation like in 2 weeks. After I have my job offer, we apply in 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, I got my visa for me and my husband. So from the job offer to get my visa was 1 month approximately, and 1 month and a half, I was already in Canada. So yeah, that was a good luck for me, because if not, I will be like with the COVID situation. Maybe I wouldn't be able to travel, because I travel like on last days of December.
And also, a lot of people are wondering, right? You didn't come alone. You came with your husband.
Yeah.
So you're here now since end of last year. Both of you, how was your experience with integrating into the Canadian community? Yeah.
Okay, here in Saskatoon, like, there are a lot of Canadian, really. It's not like in Toronto was different. Like, somebody was from all over the world. Here we have more Canadians. But in the company, yes, you see people from India, from Nigeria, from Philippines. So there are people amazing. And from Colombia, I also know people, Brazil a lot. And well, since we get here, like, people are really open to know your culture. They are really interested to know where are you coming from, and they ask you about your food and why you move here. They are like really excited to see you. And like in my case, they were like, oh, you speak Spanish? That is like new for the space where I am. So they were really happy. They were really warm. It's been nice.
Nice. And if you described your group of maybe friends, co-workers you're hanging out with, I assume it's very diverse.
Yeah, I have we don't have like a big group right now, because the COVID situation has made a little bit difficult that.
Right.
Yeah, but when we hang out, it's just 2 Canadians, 1 Brazil girl, 1 Colombian guy, and my husband and me. We are from Venezuela, so yeah, it's
Nice,
interesting.
yeah.
We all sit together and start to speak about our foods and language and how you say this and how you say that. So yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you on that. Obviously, COVID has changed with social distancing and restrictions, right? So we cannot meet and entertain like before.
Yeah, like before.
Exactly. I'm just always keeping an eye also on some questions. So how long does it take? How much does cost the visa, lawyer fees? If you have a job, everything the lawyer is done from our side, from VanHack. So there are no additional costs except the work permit.
Yeah, that was my case. And sometimes some companies that also cover the work permit, everything. In my case, I did pay the visa, my husband and my visa, but I get the payment for everything else, the tickets, even one month of house here.
Exactly. So this is actually something nice to speak about. So in her case, the company offered like a relocation package.
Yeah.
If you describe this a little bit better, and usually companies do offer something.
Yeah, they pay for the application to the government. The company has to let them know, the government, that they are hiring a prepared person. So they need that person here in Canada. That has a cost, that application, that was covered by the company. I also have the tickets covered by the company for my husband and mine, and also I have I think 2 months of the hotel when I get here covered by the company. That was my relocation package.
Nice package. So someone asked if you had your visa before you before you got hired. No.
No,
Right?
I have a tourist visa, so I was able to go to Toronto, but I didn't have a work visa. You need to get a job offer to get the work visa.
Exactly. So in general, if you don't have a visa, nothing to worry about. You just if you have an interview with a company and the company decides to move forward with you, like in Ruth's case, they take care of the visa and all the things.
Okay. Yes.
And also in her case, she didn't start remotely beforehand. She started with the organization when she relocated. I just saw a question. Someone is asking if you need to relocate. This depends obviously on the company needs. As you can imagine right now, a lot of companies are asking for remote start, while things maybe take a little bit longer with the COVID and then the relocation. Other companies are fully remote now and say remote is okay for us. So I cannot give you a clear answer. It really depends on the organization.
Yeah.
But let's focus a little bit more on your experience. What I would like specifically, because you're a woman as well, to give a light on it from the angle. How did you feel through the process being a woman? Did you feel some difference, or you were like, no, everything is well taken care of, I'm happy, I'm go for it? For everyone, she attended an event what was specifically just for women. So did you feel it make a difference? And also how you feel now after you relocated? How do you feel being in Canada as a woman? I know you're with your husband, but still, how do you feel in the team? How's the dynamic in the team, the gender ratio, and so on?
Yeah, like for me, I have never felt different, like in professional level different, because I am a woman. So that is like, I think I feel like I am an engineer, I am a developer, not a woman developer, not a man developer, I am a developer. So for me, I have always felt this way. I have never felt a different. And maybe it's because I always thinking that I am equal and not feel different. So I never felt.
Oh, Jesus, you should think that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like for me, I have never felt the difference. In the team and in the company, we are few women. We are really, I think we are 12 women in the whole company, and we are talking about, I think we are at 50, 60 developers, and we are just 12 women. And yeah, so the company is trying to get the woman more involved. So they have like special meetings for women to get to know, to try to see what the company can do to bring more women to the company. They are asking why maybe they don't find so many women. So they want to have more women, but they don't find it. So maybe if you're a woman, you are a developer, you should feel that they are looking for you. They are, if you have the knowledge, if you have the skills, they will pick you up because they want you there. And I never felt like the difference in the team, nothing. I just felt like I am one more of the team. So yeah. And the women that are in the company are amazing. They want to join. They want to go outside. They want to get meetings. So if you find a woman in the company, they are really, really amazing to hang out. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So, and to emphasize, it's not like that we make any, or no one should make a difference about whatever gender you are. But obviously, as we all know, sometimes the teams are not equally in the same ratio. So that's why for all the women here, because it's a question we get a lot. I just wanted to ask about your experience about this. But again, for everyone, it doesn't mean any other. Whatever we are is excluded. So
No.
very, very important, this message here. I just read a question that of someone who's asking if certain nationalities are banned in Canada. Not at all. Maybe if a recruiter told you that they cannot move forward right now, I don't know what happened in this situation. Maybe unfortunately it's an organization who is not able to bring someone from outside of Canada right now into Canada. Maybe because of security reasons, they cannot work with anyone remote. So this could be reasons, but Canada is super open. That's nothing against any nationality or group of people. I never saw something like this. And
No.
if someone would be like this, trust me, you don't want to work for them.
That's that's right.
So I should ask you from Philippe, if you solve some algorithm quiz when you went through your interview process.
For me, it was most like a system. They want to create an architecture, not algorithms. I think I didn't have any. No, not for me. Was mostly architecture. How do we create these layers for this system? How to do the front end? What technologies you may use? What you choose for the back end? How you will improve that architecture? But no algorithms.
If you think about another question, what was the feedback you got after the interviews from the companies?
I was getting, I think most of the feedback I was getting from you. I didn't get like the feedback directly from the company, but I always got a feedback that is something good. You want to know if it's a yes or if it is a no, so you can be sure what you're going to do next. So I always get a feedback, and yeah, I think it's yes or no for me at least.
Makes sense. I saw some question about English exam, if you needed to do an English exam in order to get your visa. So the answer is no.
No. To English, no.
No.
You need an exam if you want to study or if you want to apply for a PR or something in Canada, but not to get a job.
Exactly. I wanted to add that. So at one point, if you're in Canada and want to apply for your permanent residency, you need to do an English test. However, so I saw this question as well, if you need to be fluent in English or French. French, don't worry about it. Even so, if you have a job in Montreal, the company language will be English. However, obviously, I would always recommend to learn. Do you need to be fluent in English? You need to be able to communicate.
Communicate, yes. Like you can see, I'm not fluent yet. I'm still learning every day. And yeah, the thing, you need to understand what they are saying to you, and you need to be able to communicate what you are thinking and be able to write and be able to speak through the chat, through the email, or explain what you want to do, but you don't need to be fluent.
Exactly. So yeah, no, this is exactly what it is. And everyone knows we are from different parts in the world. So no one expects you to be fluent or you need to be fluent in the way of communication, but we all have accents and that's totally fine. No one bothers about that. It's actually it's embraced, right? So but you need to be able to communicate. If you would look back into your experience, what tips would you give to someone, or what would you tell yourself a year ago, now knowing what you know?
Okay, for me, I think you need to have a goal, you need to know what is your goal, and you need to start writing a plan for what do you need to get to that goal. So if you think I'm going to be in Canada, okay, what do you need? I need a job. Okay, are you good enough in your skills right now? If you are not, you can start working on strengthening your skills to be better and be able to apply to a job. You have to be better in English, so practice your English. You need paperwork, so start doing your paperwork. And yeah, be sure where you want to go and write a plan to get there. So that's what worked for me. I knew what I want to do, so I was doing like baby steps to get there, because like it's not like 1 year from now. I have like already 4 years working to get where I want to be. I've been studying because I am an electronic engineer, so I had to study about software engineer because I'm working like a software engineer, not like an electronic. So I've been studying JavaScript, I've been studying patterns, architecture, layers, SQL, things that were new to me. So I've been studying, I've been practicing my English. When I was in Argentina, I looked for the jobs that allow me to speak in English, to practice English, it's always work for what you want to. That's my experience, at least.
Wow, that's impressive. What you have done. It's an investment, right?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely, we can describe it as an investment. So everything you do to reach the goal, what you're looking at. And I think this is very important, to have this goal and every step you do towards the goal.
Yeah. Also, for me, it has been really good to go to interviews. When you go to an interview, you learn. You learn what they are asking. You learn how to behave in an interview, and you learn what you are missing. So if you get a no from an interview, it's okay, but you also get what you don't have to get that job. So you can go to your home and start working in that. So that was helpful for me too.
It's true. So not every interview might be the right opportunity but every interview prepares you for the right opportunity when it is along.
Yeah.
So never be upset if an interview doesn't work out. Sometimes it just doesn't match, right? And from your side, from the company side, but every interview you have will prepare you for the job when actually you are ready.
Yeah. I had so many no's, but from each no, I already know what to do to be best. Yeah, and that's been good.
That's an amazing mindset. So always take what you can learning out of it, and then take it for the next one. I love that. One question I saw is people with a work permit have a different salary than local candidates. No.
In my case, I look in Glassdoor, and I saw what is the salary in Canada. I was looking in Toronto because I was in Toronto in that time, and I saw the salary. And when I get to the interview, I say, "Oh, this is my range. I am from this to this." So, and they say, "Okay." In my case, I say, "Okay, we are going in the middle of the range," and that's okay for me. Was what I asked. So, yeah.
So yeah, exactly. It obviously depends on your experience. So there is not one answer. It depends on your experience and also on the city.
Yeah.
As we all need to know, Toronto is way more expensive to live compared to Saskatoon, and so obviously this makes a difference as well. But you need to, one thing, and this is what Ruth did, is you need to have a salary in mind, because companies will ask you this question.
Yes, and it's good to have a range. Like I can go from here to here, so the company can move in that range. It's not like you're going to say, "I want this, and if you don't give me this, I won't be here." So you have to be open.
One question Fabiana is asking: during the pandemic right now, how do you work? Are you home fully? Sometimes are you going into the office?
No, right now I am working from home all the time. Yeah, the company is open. If I want to go to the company, I can go, but I prefer to be here in my home. I like it. I was used to work from home already.
How did the company, or how do they manage the pandemic, and which kind of safety measurements they are doing so everyone can, or who wants to work in the office is welcome to be in the office?
Yeah, I know they have arrows in the floor. They don't have all the same amount of people in the building. They have 1/3 of what they had before. So you have like one desk between people. I know they have also like some glasses between the rows, so you don't get contact with the person next to you. They also have a mask. You can take a mask when you enter to the building, and also have hands cleaners. And I think that's what they have. Yeah, but if you feel sick, you shouldn't go to the building. That's on you.
Perfect. So what we can hear is, and this is how companies navigate, is still they take their measurements. It's not like it was before, obviously. So there's a certain safety measurement in place, but mostly all companies here are, some of them allow you to go to the office, but in the way if you want to. No one says, oh, you need to be back into the office. They offer, depending on the size of the office, sometimes they need to take turns and things like this, but no one would force you to be in the office. So a lot of us are working fully from home. How long did it take until the company made you an offer actually after the interview? It's one of the questions. And then did you negotiate a little bit about the offer?
Yeah, I have the offer one day before the interview. So after the interview, sorry. Yeah, I have like the interview on Wednesday, and Thursday I have already the offer. And I didn't negotiate. I was really happy. It was like I didn't want to touch anything. So yeah, I said they already offered me what I was expecting, so I didn't have to ask for anything more.
Perfect. Yeah, that was very fast. Considering things sometimes on events moving a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So to keep this, sometimes if we are in the regular, sometimes it can take a couple of days or up to a week, and that's totally fine. This is not a bad sign or anything. As we all know, people are busy, right? So they have different things they need to work on. I'm just scrolling to more questions here. Well, if you apply for a certain job, it always depends. So the feedback from our side depends on the pace of the company. So we always give feedback as soon as we receive. So Ruth can confirm this. In the moment we receive something, we will share with you. Obviously, since we are working with humans and people, means sometimes we are depending on other people's feedback as well. I think that was your experience as well.
Yeah.
When did you start applying, and when did you get the offer? We talked a little bit about this at the beginning. Maybe you just wanna just answer this in one or two sentences again.
Yeah, I joined the VanHack platforms like let's say in January. I started applying in January, and about I think July, they contact me to join to the LEAP event. So yeah, from January to July I was applying. In July I get the invitation to join to the LEAP event, and after that I start working to get to the event. So that was my case.
Did you, from January to July, did you apply to a lot of jobs, or?
I apply like to 20 jobs, but I think when I start the preparation for the event, I realized that my resume wasn't good enough to apply to jobs internationally. And also I noticed that my linking wasn't matching all my resume. I have like all experience there. So yeah, I think I wasn't doing it all right. So yeah, but I applied to about 20 jobs before.
And then you took the time to adjust everything so everything is aligned. That makes sense. It's a process, right? So that's why preparation is very important. So totally makes sense. What do I see here? Which event? Yeah, which event? Maybe I'm so now just conscious about the time. We have just 7 minutes left. So I want to slowly finish up here. Ruth, is there anything from your side? Oh, one question maybe important. I see. How do you feel about the winters in Saskatoon?
It's really harsh. Yeah, the winter is really harsh. But if you have the right clothes and you are prepared, like mentally prepared that you are going to face that winter, I think you are going to be okay. You are not going to die, but it's harsh. It's like January is really hard. You get to minus 50 sometimes. So yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah. But if you use like the layers, you use 3 layers at least, and you cover your face and you cover your everything, you will be fine. But after when they start the springs, you value more the spring. Just like, oh my God, it's good in the summer. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
Nice. So yeah, I think that's key. You obviously need to have clothes for certain temperatures, and it's key. But you can go through it.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. More than the cold is harsh, but it's beautiful. The snow for me was the first time that I saw a snow, so it was, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's like shining, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a new experience. So if you are mentally prepared, it's okay. You can go through it.
Perfect. Yeah, I hear you.
I went to ski in winter. I went to ice skating. So yeah, it's amazing. The company took us to ski. So yeah, it's amazing. It's a new experience.
Perfect. Thank you. So I know it's a little bit confusing for everyone if we talk about events right now. So at the end, I just want to make clear we were used to run in-person events in Canada. Again, with the current situation of COVID right now, we cannot host any in-person events. So on our side, we changed to virtual events. It's a new approach. It's different, obviously. So I love snowboarding. Yay. Just a comment I saw. So we have an event planned coming up in September. This event is specifically so for women in tech, as we talked a little bit before, is something obviously what is important for us, like everyone. So we did host this year already 2 virtual hiring fairs for everyone. This event is specifically for women in tech. So if you're a woman here in the group, please apply. The deadline is the end of this week. And obviously everyone else, all the jobs you can see on our platform. I was reading just something about discrimination. There is no discrimination. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what gender or whatever. Sometimes by companies, maybe for instance, say it's a time zone thing right now with remote. So maybe someone is looking for someone closer to that time zone, but it has nothing to do with your cultural background or where you are, where you're from. And so nothing to worry about it. It's just if you consider sometimes I'm located somewhere, the company is located, and really day and night is upside down. It's hard to work together, right? You don't want to work the 2 a.m. to I don't know 7 a.m. in the morning. This will turn turn your life upside down. And I think this is also what Ruth can confirm. So everyone is equally welcome.
Yeah.
So I think, considering we are almost on my time right now at 12, so 1 hour. I know you guys, depending where you are, it's morning, evening, night. So really, really appreciate everyone to join our webinar today. A big thanks to you to be part of our webinar today.
Thank you.
And sharing your experience. Of course, everyone, if you have any questions, reach out, please. And yeah, Ruth, I don't know if you wanna say something specifically right now.
Yeah, for me, is that if you apply, go to interviews, study, prepare, and always have hope, because I think there are chances that you get a job. I think if you are prepared, you are going to get your job.
I think that is very important. So never give up, even if the first or the second or the third chance might not work out for any reason, right? There are always a lot of different reasons. Don't take it personal.
No.
So never take it personal. I think this is really key. And always keep moving forward. Our team is there to support you. So if you have any questions, reach out. And thanks a lot, everyone. And have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whichever time zone we are.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.